Just 12% of companies that invest in talent management systems are happy with the results that they get. Why? Poor quality people data. A system's only as good as the data that's in it. There's really 3 issues around the data. 1, it's not there. 2, it's not accurate. And 3, it's not useful. So when you ask yourself the question, how do we spend millions of dollars on HRIS systems and not get the results that we're looking for? I'm going to point to this. Essentially, it's the interface. If that was an application that I had downloaded, I would have deleted it 30 seconds after I'd put it on my phone. So we had a look at that and said, well, I know our customers don't want to replace their HRIS systems, but maybe they would like to replace the user experience that their employees have. So we built TalentPrint. TalentPrint is a plugin to your existing HRIS system that makes the experience of interacting with it far more engaging and way more personalized. In other words, what we do is we let people build their own talent brand. So what happens is the information becomes their information, not your information. So in the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to take you through TalentPrint, what it does, how it works, and how it solves those 3 issues of data availability, data validity, and data utility. Let's take a look at the application itself. So here we can see the application is in design mode. This means that I can start filling it in. Any of these fields down the side here, you can decide whether you want to add them or not. Once I finish this, I can move into preview, and that allows me to share my talent brand with anybody else in the company. So let me get into design mode. So here we see we've got some skills and we've got some strengths. We have a behavioral assessment process here that will allow you to identify a talent brand and see what people think your strengths are. I'm just going to run into the skills part. So the other thing that I can do is you can also say, which of these fields do we want people to update? So I'm going to update that. I'd also like to be known as Martin rather than Demo. Here we can go through that and we can see, let's get started with the skills part. So with the skills, because we're talking about proficiency, it's basically a basic, intermediate, or advanced level of proficiency. Here's my skills at a glance. Now, these are ones that have been added to this profile. But let me show you how we add some skills. So the first thing I'll do is click on Manage Skills. I'll go to Information Technology, and I'm going to have a look at Application Design and Development. There I can have a look, see the various application design and development skills. I'm going to add application integration, and I'm going to indicate that that's something I have at an intermediate level. Right, there I've added the skill, lets me know, and I'm good to go. So I can go through all of these. You can see we have fairly comprehensive skill lists. Otherwise, you can just plug your own skills in. Now, the issue with that is I've added the skill, but how do you know that that's actually a skill that I have at that level of proficiency? So what we do now is we add career history. Here we've already added a position, Senior IT Project Manager. I can indicate the level that was at, the industry that I was in, the function, the title of the role, whether that was in PeopleTree or not. This wasn't, so I'm going to put it somewhere else. Is that the current role I'm in? How many direct reports and indirect reports do I have? It's really useful information from a talent management point of view. So once I've added my career history, I can then go and connect the skills that I say I have to the jobs that I've done, because that's essentially how I develop proficiency, is practice. So here's the one that I indicated earlier on, application integration. I used it while as a senior IT project manager and an IT product manager. So now I've connected that skill to those 2 jobs, which I've done for a given period of time. So that helps resolve the issue around validity. Now, some of the other things that become quite useful. I can add qualifications. I can tell you which functions I'm interested in. So I might be quite keen to move into an engineering function. This is particularly useful when you start making decisions around deployment and movement, which is the next issue you can look at. Mobility. Am I in fact mobile? Would I go for short-term or long-term assignments? In terms of managing locations, where would I be prepared to go? Languages also become useful if those locations are outside of an English-speaking environment. And you can even use the Talent Practices Survey, where I can on a regular basis tell you how I feel about the company in terms of, in this case, internal communication.